Hold on to your seats, film buffs, because the Los Angeles Film Factory just went into liquidation. In 2019, Ne Zha sweeped some pretty impressive numbers and had American producers shivering in their little booties. But it wasn't until the sequel that we see they were right to be worried. On a budget of $20 million, Ne Zha 2019 raked in nearly $750 million at the box office. This was, at the time, an alarming success story that honestly most of the world just missed. No news, no articles, no Western coverage. We were all singing the praises of Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, which on a budget of $60 million hit a whopping billion, bringing in about 17 times its budget, a feat honestly no one saw coming. But over in China, a small animated Chinese language fantasy film costing only 1/3 of what Joker did brought in 37 times its budget, and the world was quiet. Of course, Joker 2 couldn't handle the pressure and failed at the box office, making a loss, so maybe sequels don't lead to success. Oh no, wait, we are on our 5th Shrek film, aren't we? So let's go check in with that little Ne Zha sequel, see how that's done. Holy shit, $2 billion. Better than expected. Not only is it at the time of recording the 6th highest grossing film of all time according to Artisan Gateway, it's officially dethroned Hollywood's animation titan Inside Out 2. This makes Ne Zha 2 the highest grossing animated film of all time. Ever. Period. So, with all honesty and sincerity, what does this monumental achievement actually mean for Hollywood? Well, it means Hollywood no longer owns the global box office for a start. For years, Hollywood dictated what the whole world watched. American studios relied on China as their biggest overseas market, often tailoring their films to appeal to Chinese audiences. But now China is making its own record-breaking films, and it doesn't need Hollywood anymore. Ne Zha 2 has crossed over $2 billion, almost entirely in China, proving that the country's domestic market alone can sustain a massive blockbuster. Hollywood is losing its grip on the most profitable international audience, and it's clear to see. This also shows the decline of the Hollywood formula. Hollywood has mastered formulas for better or for worse. There are endless sequels, CGI spectacles, and superhero fatigue. The fact that this movie has outperformed Western blockbusters without needing a global release is proof that audiences, especially in China, are growing wary of Hollywood's recycled content. I mean, this film isn't even available in India yet. I think it's about time we talked about Hollywood's struggles with animation. Hollywood animation has long been dominated by Disney and Pixar, but some of their more recent films have struggled to gain the traction of previous years. Meanwhile, Ne Zha 2 shows that China's animation industry is ready to compete on the world stage. With stunning visuals, high-energy action, and a deep cultural well of stories to tell from, Chinese animated films now offer something that even Disney and DreamWorks will struggle to match. This all goes to show that Hollywood's over-reliance on China has backfired. Hollywood has spent the last decade making movies with China in mind, adding Chinese actors, cutting out same-sex relations, and even altering storylines to appeal to Chinese censors. But now that China's own films are outperforming American imports, Hollywood's dependency on the Chinese market has backfired. If Chinese audiences prefer homegrown blockbusters, Hollywood is left scrambling. They must find new ways to innovate. Another take on this is that the future will belong to localized storytelling. Ne Zha 2 is a testament to the power of localized storytelling, as it didn't need Western-friendly plots, Hollywood stars, or international promotions to become a massive success. Instead, it leaned into Chinese folklore and cultural heritage, proving that authentic storytelling can break records without conforming to Hollywood standards. This is a wake-up call for the industry. Global audiences don't just want Hollywood content, they want their own stories, told on a massive scale. This is so clearly evidenced by the anime industry, an industry so huge that across the world localized dubbing is its own money printer. The Western cartoons with toy sales in the billions like Ben 10, or Netflix live-action adaptations like The Last Airbender have publicly admitted to being heavily inspired by anime, something Japan has cultivated and nurtured for years, showing to be wildly successful in our domestic territories. So what is the future? Well, Hollywood is in big trouble. Hollywood's stranglehold on the film industry has officially vanished, in my opinion, and Ne Zha 2 is the latest and greatest proof of this phenomenon. If Western studios continue to rely on these dry formulas, fail to innovate in animation, and underestimate the power of the unique storytelling of the East, they will find themselves left behind. The days when Hollywood dictated global entertainment are fading fast, and Ne Zha 2 just delivered a devastating blow to the system. Well, those are my views on why Hollywood is absolutely in the bin at the moment, but if you don't think so, please comment down below, or if you do think so, please comment down below and tell me what your opinions are. I'd love to have a discussion in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.